Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
Gyrocopter!
Radiant team pick.
Earth Shaker.
Dire team pick.
And we're back already with our second series of the night, Ninjas the Pyjamas versus Team Empire in another best-of-3 semifinal for the ESL 1 New York qualifiers. Blitz, who do you got in this series?
I don't know, because NiP just keeps being, like, to me it feels like they're a team that is like on the cusp of being like a really solid tier 1 team. But especially with how Empire played against 5 Jungs or whatever, I don't.
5 seconds.
5 boys in German.
It's Fun Jungs. Yeah, it's German, man. Neither one of us know German, despite living in Germany.
Just Kuro's team, and Empire did a really good job of dismantling them. And especially with how Empire played at TI, I mean, they're still a top 10 team in my mind. And I still give them the slight edge here, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. Alright, Gyrocopter, Bane picked up by Ninjas the Pyjamas. Bane, definitely an interesting one. Meanwhile, we have the Lina Earthshake. I guess technically Bane can interrupt the combination. Right? The Lina Yule Scepter, if you manage to sleep the hero that he's going for at the right time and unsleep him, it kind of disrupts the combo. It's not nearly as well as certain other defensive heroes.
That sounds like a stretch to me.
I don't know. Listen, I'm looking for something. Why is Bane picked up in the first one too? What planet are we living on?
It's a good hero. It's a really good control hero. You can run around with it. It's got pretty good lockdown. If you're aggressive with it, it's especially really strong. So I think it's okay.
Okay. I'll just be like Blitz and list all the attributes of the hero and be like, yeah, I think it's okay.
5 seconds.
I mean, I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah.
And saying,
it's tough,
like,
right?
Yeah, it's because I want to give it all the merits that I can, and say that it's all right overall. But I mean, it's not easy playing a Bane a lot of times, especially when you're far behind. Like the hero just. Like, I have no range. Why am I playing this hero? I'm just...
Radiant team ban.
You know, Turtle Envy said the exact same thing about both Bane and Lion.
Yeah.
It's like one of those heroes where you're sitting around in the middle of the game and you're just going like, why am I playing this hero? This is not very fun.
Yeah, I think it's like a dual function, because you don't want to play a hero like that, because A, if you're losing, it's just the worst thing ever. If you're playing a Lina or something, like, look at Solo. He just goes around the map one-shotting people and split-pushing for racks or something like that. You think a Bane can do that?
Dire team pick.
A Bane literally puts you to sleep. What a boring hero.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing Lich. Like, when I see Goblak play Lich for 60 minutes, I'm just like, Mag, what are you doing? Like, that's got to be the worst experience of all time. It's watching a movie on the side or something like that. I truly believe you play better Dota when you have fun heroes to play.
Yeah. Alright, so an SF picked up for Team Empire. Queen of Pain now for Ninjas the Pyjamas. I guess we'll see where this Bane leads us. And okay, so I've actually seen... It's this weird rise of all these defensive heroes. The Bane's been picked up a lot more. We see Shadow Demon being picked up here and there as well. Here it's going to be a good setup hero for Lina, so I'm presuming they're going to be a support duo.
Yeah.
But
more people are just picking heroes that are terrible to play for behind. Like Shadow Demon is in a similar vein. I don't mean to flame the heroes or
5
make it a
seconds
joke.
remaining.
Why are you putting me on camera so
What?
you can
I didn't. What?
so you can show people how I sit down?
Reserve
Like that's
time.
how
Blitz sits the weirdest way, man.
it's just comfortable to me. It's like an active position.
It's like literally the opposite of what the chair was made for. you're just like, you're supposed to sit with your back in this direction. Blitz is like, nah, that ain't me.
It's just how I sit.
All right.
Don't be weirded out by it. Now everyone in chat's gonna be weirded out by it. You're making me feel self-conscious about my comfortable positions.
NiP have a one of their
10
favorite
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
Wisp.
Oh, the Wisp, yeah.
Yeah. Pairs pretty well with the gyrocopter.
5 seconds remaining.
Last time they ran this Wisp, though, they went for the surprise Legion Commander, but that was against PL draft.
Reserve
And
time.
this time around, NiP did ban away the PL.
You've got a Tiny that you can work with too, which hasn't been banned out by Team Empire. Empire,
Radiant team pick.
you need a carry that can survive against a lot of different things. I guess that means the gyrocopter, it'll be gyro plus Wisp for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Queen mid. That means you need an offlaner if you're NiP, and for Empire you need some sort of control carry, or one that can at least survive against this combination. SF is a really good hero for mid in dealing with that.
10
but
seconds remaining.
as a carry, what do you pick? I don't know. Pick Luna,
5
hit stuff.
seconds remaining.
I'm sure that's the solution.
Double Aura Strat.
Yeah, or anti-mage. AM's the hero.
Reserve time.
Well, he's quite good versus Queen of Pain. He's usually pretty good versus Wisp as well because you're the AoE.
Yeah,
Your
Klink's,
ultimate.
Klink's AM. What was the other one I said? Luna.
Yeah,
I could see any of those. Even Ember here wouldn't be terrible, honestly. I've listed like 8 heroes, so if they pick one of those, at this point it's not as cool.
It becomes even more sad when they pick up a Dusa. Literally the one hero that Blitz doesn't list.
I mean, that'd be my life, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Mister, I open up 3 chests and get 2 knives.
My life's good. What can I say?
Alright. Team Empire going for the full 60 seconds, it looks like. We'll talk about Ninja's Pyjamas then. Last pickup for them. There's not too many offlaners left for Yonosum.
What do you even take at this point?
Not sure. The Sand King is going to be one of those awkward ones, right? Sand King, Enigma. One of the lower tier offlaners.
Sand King isn't bad.
Yeah, considering all the team fight left, Team Empire are going to be grouped up quite a bit, it looks like.
Sand King, you know what? I'm always confused as to why Sand King isn't a hero that's picked more.
Dire
Okay,
team pick.
it's Bloodseeker. Alright. I mean, I'm down. Bloodseeker's always a good hero. It does really well against Queen of Pain. And
What?
the Wisp has like no health.
Why is it good versus Queen of Pain?
Because you just rupture her, and what does she do?
She
She
can
relies
still
so much
blink
on
out.
the mobility.
But she can still blink out. That's the thing, though.
Oh, if you do the move trick?
Yeah.
Like you move and then
Which
blink.
every pro does, so...
10 seconds remaining.
I feel like, if anything, Queen of Pain is good versus Bloodseeker. Burst damage, pure
5
damage,
seconds remaining.
to be able to go through when he eventually picks
Yeah,
up BKB. Don't
if he
give me
gets,
that
like-
pouty face.
What if he gets like a blade mail? I
Reserve
don't know.
time.
I still don't think it's very good.
Okay.
It's hard.
Okay.
Because Queen of Pain has like no HP. The Bloodseeker just like gets a blade mail and runs at you. What do
Yeah.
you even do against
If
that?
he gets a super early blade mail, too, he can hunt down the gyrocopter before the BKB.
Bloodseeker is a really good anti-carry. It's
Yeah.
just it serves really good functions all around. Like I like the hero. Alright.
So now, Ninjas of Pyjamas.
You need an offlaner that doesn't just die against the Bloodseeker. Like, you have to anticipate your heroes being low, and if that's a Bloodseeker carry, which we both think it is, right? Then you need an offlaner
yeah.
that doesn't just get chased down and die. Like you
What
need.
about Enigma? He would give you a mech carrier. He could also go jungle if the lane's too dangerous.
I'm not as big of a fan of that. Maybe even put the Quap off lane.
Because I'm looking at NiP and I feel like you need control. Like, Bane is the only controlling hero that you have. Oh, Wax! A Yonosum boss! Okay. I'm not so down with him versus, like, Bloodseeker, but we'll see.
Okay, it's not bad. Like it survives against a lot of things. Like I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, it's an initiating hero. It's good control. I mean, it's a little bit more control.
It fulfills a lot of your needs too, because you need some way to initiate fights. It can't just be the Wisp. In all honesty, like, I think this is fine. Yeah, I'm sure this is cool.
Were you talking about the Wisp Axe dual lane?
I don't know if that's necessarily the play.
Okay. I mean, why not? Why not in the first bit of the laning phase where Axe is going to try and make the lane work?
10 seconds remaining.
Because then you would have Bane just sleeping
5
an
seconds
Earthshaker
remaining.
long enough for the gyrocopter to be able to get in range of Broad. It's not like you need another support there necessarily. You're hating on all my call splits.
Prepare for battle.
I feel like you're only saying no because I'm suggesting it.
No, it's just I like to play devil's advocate, and I want to kind of look around and see what's going on. Okay, Empire committed a smoke to this. That's not a small investment whatsoever, and they're just running away from NiP. They're trying to stop the Wisp from going for the bounty rune, and they just go for the pickoff.
Yeah.
But NiP is just smart. They anticipate this. They're like, there's no way that Empire's just going to give us a free bounty rune if we go for top. So let's go for the reverse play. And this is the reverse play.
This is because it's really important to stop the bottle first on Wisp, right?
Oh yeah, it's pretty massive actually. You've got a Wisp that just doesn't do anything for like a full minute if he doesn't get the bounty rune.
30 seconds
Alright,
to
I
battle.
think Empire knows now though. Like there's no way they don't.
The moment they get into this area and they don't see a hero, they're like, oh, well, they must be 5-man in our own jungle.
Is General Resolution?
No, General is a different player. Somebody's you haven't run into him. in
General?
pubs. Yeah, he's like 7K or something.
Oh! I don't want to say anything now.
Okay. That clearly means something bad.
I don't know if it's the same
The
guy.
battle begins.
It probably is. Anyway, he's very high MMR. He played really well for them in their last game.
Okay, so why isn't Resolution playing?
Resolution's on vacation right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think he just like decided to go on vacation until the end of the roster deadlines.
Chill out, relax, see what happens. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And so this tournament starting a bit early. Resolution wasn't here yet.
It's perfectly fine. You gotta relax.
Yeah.
Like, playing Dota 24/7 is stressful.
Aloha Dance starting things off right. Light Strike Array on Limp and creating some space for General to get 3 souls. Good way to start the laning phase. Empire running an aggro... What is this? They're going to rotate YOLO Warrior down to the bottom lane. Okay.
What a bunch of names that they have on their team.
You like that? YOLO Warrior?
Yeah, this is good. I like this. YOLO Warrior.
That's, he goes by the name, I don't know. Help me. Help me, Twitter. Somebody tweet at me how to pronounce, Uba?
Oh, okay.
But that's his his actual official name.
If he's tagging up as YOLO Warrior, then he's YOLO Warrior.
Yeah, I'm down to call him YOLO Warrior because I like that name.
What a name.
Oh, look at this. Silence actually giving over the Blood Rage damage to Apathy, who's trying to harass Yonosumfan.
Oh, that's really smart. Okay, but it just doesn't really do anything because this axe just walks in the middle lane.
Yeah, Silence gonna take a lot of damage. You give it any more spin, Silence actually gonna die here. The Wisp Ball smacking him in the face, and Hanskin picks up the first blood.
What? That was just so quick on the trigger, and that's surprising that Yonosumfan, even without boots, was able to just walk in the middle of there and get the call off. Like, Silent has to be...
Yeah, he didn't even have the Wisp Tether movement speed, right? In the beginning?
Yeah, he has to be kicking himself in the foot for that, because he knows that the Disrupt was down too from the Shadow Demon. So there's like 2 different ways that he can get away from it, but neither was really available to him, and that's a really good kill for them.
Hanskin zips on away from Aloha Dance and the Shadow Demon.
That's a surprising kill too. I think it was like Loda told me once, he's like, the reason why Swedes don't pick Axe is because we're terrible at getting spins. That's literally what he told me.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Well, Yonosumfan definitely proving us wrong. That was a good number of spins.
It really was. And look, he's just running into the center again.
He got another spin with a Blood Rage. Oh my god, he has to disrupt. Yeah, with the Wisp Balls. Silent. Wisp Ball control, and they don't even need it.
What's going on? I think Silent just has to be more aware that that's happening. There's still no boots on Yonosumfan. He's actually just walking in point-blank rage and getting that off every time.
Yeah, he's got boots now. Soon to be Tranquil boots at this rate.
This lane has already been a disaster. Your Bloodseekers died twice already in less than 3 minutes, and that's just rough. That's about as bad of a start as you're going to get. And meanwhile, this this bottom lane is dominating too. Like this gyro is free farm, so now you just got 2 lanes that have just been completely dominated.
The only lane that's going well for them at this point is General. He's doing really well in the middle lane because of all the support that he had in the beginning. He went off to a good start. He's 18-4 compared to the 10-4 on the Queen of Pain.
It's a lane that is naturally tough for the Queen of Pain if she doesn't win early.
Yeah.
And that's why you saw, what is that hero called? The Lina rotate in the beginning to just kind of get some right clicks off. And that's the play. Like, you just get aggressive, help out the SF just a little bit. And like you talked about, he got the first 3 or 4 souls, and then it just snowballs from there.
Yeah,
he's a little bit too difficult.
He's going to have soon twice the damage of the Queen of Pain. How do you out CS that?
You can't really.
Seal Kid? Not sure what else he had planned there. I guess he just sniped the neutral and then ran
life
away.
of a Bane, man. You just walk around as level 1 Bane.
Sleep.
You hope for bounty runes. If he doesn't get a bounty rune at bottom, he's probably just gonna go AFK. Nah.
Oh, haste.
That if he was level 2, this would be a good rune.
Oh, okay. Uban is just.
Oh, he
Ivan.
knows. They know that silence there. Is anybody gonna come?
Thank you, Sunsu.
Oh, here we go.
Blood Raged, Seal Kid. He's running him down. Yellow Warrior's gonna come across. They don't actually have enough mana for the Fisher though.
Tower is under attack.
His name is Ivan.
Okay, whatever. But I mean, to us, he's YOLO Warrior.
He's definitely YOLO Warrior.
That's the thing. If a player names himself something, I assume that's what he wants to be called.
Yeah.
You know?
And if it's a fun name like YOLO Warrior,
Yeah, I'm gonna
you
call
wanna
it
say it
every
anyway.
single time.
Radiant's
Alright, they're gonna make the
bottom
move
tower
on
is
YOLO
under
Warrior.
attack.
Okay. Actually, I think Seal Kid, if he was ready for that, then he just sleeps YOLO Warrior and they kill him immediately. But they're unable to do so. But they're heavily pressuring this tower, and the same thing is happening at top again. They're just gonna get another kill for free as Apathy's isolated out, and alright, this is actually getting out of hand.
you know someone's gonna have such a fast blink dagger at this rate.
It's not even that, it's the
no.
levels that he's getting too.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That was a level 4 Shadow Demon. He got a lot of experience for that one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The Wisp hasn't even had to go for stacks or anything like that because he's almost level 5 at 5 minutes just with leeching XP from an Axe who's just gotten kills left and right. And now it's a Jungle Bloodseeker.
Yeah, soon a very early earn. They're actually gonna smoke up.
Radiant's
I'm
top
not sure
tower is
why.
under
Bloodseeker
attack.
can't do anything without at least Blood Right.
Limp is gonna run back soon too, mid. If they could get a kill on Limp, maybe this is okay, but you have to do something soon because your top tower's about to die, and Limp might be the target here. He actually has to be, but if he just decides to back, then
Radiant's
it
top
becomes really
tower
difficult.
is under
Apathy, he's
attack.
gonna get the angle on him. Limp, you get the blink off?
Oh
Radiant's
wow,
top
maybe he
tower
can.
has fallen. Radiant's
I was about to say
bottom
maybe if
tower
the Shadow
has
Demon
fallen.
takes enough damage, he can make the turnaround. But Limp thought about it for a second, but he's just gonna go for the bottom row, which is double damage.
Era. He knows.
Oh, he ran into YOLO Warrior.
going on?
What?
Era knows. Wait, what? What's this? Is so confusing.
Oh my goodness. Alright, now he throws out the ultimate. He definitely sees the Earthshaker 100%.
Okay, so he didn't know originally. Like, he was like, oh, he just TP'd out probably. And then YOLO Warrior throws out the stun. So Era knows for sure at that point. He's like, wait, what?
Alright, that was really weird.
I think he just barely didn't see him. Like, we, from our vision, obviously, it looks like he saw him for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's huge. So Empire simultaneously lose tier 1s. And they don't even get the smoke gank off.
I've seen this story before. This time around, there will be a disruption on the Axe. Probably the better target. Silence?
Have you seen this story, though?
Oh my god. This is the next chapter, Blitz. Some fun still manages to snag him because Silent accidentally, intentionally, bad decision making, I don't know, but he runs backwards.
Alright, so that just can't happen. Like, he has to know, like, as soon as he gets called, he's dead, and they already used the disruption once. So Silent has to just, like, be aware that that's not a safety mechanism anymore for him at all, and this is going to lead to a 7-minute and 20-second Blink Dagger Tranquils, A, and then B, you've got Hanskin, who's about to hit level 6 at 7 minutes into the game without any sort of help.
He's doubling down on lane domination.
Oh, he is.
Which I don't mind at all.
Especially with how well he's doing.
Yeah, like he's still going to have a 20-minute Blink Dagger easily.
Oh, it's going to come much faster than that.
Yeah,
I'm
sure. The smoke up, rotation around. They do have Seal Kid. Seal Kid leading with the sleep is going to be able to catch him right next to the creeps.
Again.
The call goes out. They need the disruption desperately, but they're not going to get it in time. It's just the Fisher. Now the support's coming from behind, but can they actually fight this one? They're going to try and pop the Wisp. It looks like they will be able to do so with the last right click. They got him. Oh, but here comes General. He's going to come in from the side, goes for Jonas Fon. Light Strike Array does land Jonas Fon. If he can get one more spin at the chop. No Sonic Wave puts it on the apathy, but that's not enough damage. Lim comes in with his DD. He's got another blink in 8 seconds. General threatening that ultimate in the side will just TP away.
That's still such a huge commitment by Empire, and they barely get out of that okay. If Jonas Fon just had half a second to work with, he would have gotten 2 kills off of that. And meanwhile at bottom, the Gyrocopter just using this space. Like, how often do you see Era being utilized in this way? But he's just eating up the space on the map right now. Doesn't even really care what's happening on the map because they've got so many different cores that are farming. And the Queen of Pain catches up at least a little bit as a result of that top maneuver.
Is he gonna go treads, or is there any possibility that Silent's like, I'm so far behind, I have to go recovery minus?
You know, Midas is a really weird item where if you're behind, it's good because you get to catch up, and if you're ahead, it's good because you get to get further ahead. So I always make that joke with Lumi because I don't know when it's bad.
Oh, General ultimate comes down and will be able to slow him down enough for Era to get the kill. And Jonas Fon, because he doesn't have the Blink Dagger, won't be able to go for more.
That's so huge.
But they could probably... Oh, never mind. Forgot about the relocate.
They're just getting so much map control everywhere at once.
Did they just swap positions? Now Jonas Fon's going to be the bottom laner?
Yes, they did.
And Gyrocopter's going to push down this middle tower.
They're all going to go for it. Because they know Empire at this point.
They saw it stack too. Which I'm sure Axe is going to take after they take the tier 1. Oh, Jonas Fon. Especially with the Wisp Tether. He's going to be able to run from behind. Aloha Dance has the Light Strike Array. Will be able to land it. Aloha Dance still going to be caught by Limp. The damage easily enough, and with the Culling Blade, Ninja the Pyjamas will have the movement speed to be able to get away. Limp takes the ultimate here from the Bloodseeker.
Jonas Fon. Jonas running into the center of 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do against a Vanguard at the 10-minute mark?
You actually can't do anything.
He just keeps running at him. Hanskin tethers him up. They're actually farther up. General's going to be hit by the call down. Oh, this is not good. General lets loose the ultimate, but he hardly has any souls. It does just absolutely nothing. Silent manages to get so much movement speed after all these low HP heroes, but Ninjas Pyjamas, they just keep on going. Jonas Fon, tier 2, who cares? Aloha Dance is actually going to be caught.
This is just ridiculous.
And he's stuck, but Jonas Fon is taking hardly any damage from this whatsoever. Silent actually got the Wisp, thanks to, again, the extreme amount of movement speed he has, plus the DD.
They've got no stuns, and this is just on the heels of them having such an advantage and running at them non-stop, and Empire not really knowing how to get into these fights or engagements. So, NiP, they've just got so much farm now on all their heroes, and the Shadow Fiend was doing really well. Like, that's the important distinction to make. He had probably like second highest net worth in the game, but that has just completely fallen off, especially after the result of those last 2 back-to-back deaths. So what could have been maybe like a 12-13 minute mech is now just completely fallen off. You're seeing the tower not even being taken. Now, that's the crazy part. The tier 1 tower still stands mid. They're just going for kills right now.
All right. They're going to try and battle it out. 10 minutes in, it's still a 6,000 or 7,000 gold lead. Pretty stuff. All right, we're going to have a few more minutes here. Era, oh, he also has the Helma Dominator, so we can start stacking up the Ancients, which they know they've got so much room to be able to take advantage of that kind of farm.
Right now, somebody from NiP just probably casually using the restroom. They're just chilling out right now. There's no reason to have to force this. But Empire, I mean, the pressure game is on. Like, there's just so many different things to have to contend with at this point in the game. Your Bloodseeker is less net worth than a Wisp. Like, that's the #1 troubling sign, probably.
I can't believe how absurd that is.
It's rough.
3,600 to 3,200.
It's definitely rough at this phase.
It's not even like they're neck and neck. And that's after, by the way, Silent picked up a kill on the Wisp. So, a few seconds before that, it was even more of a dramatic difference.
Middle tower is under attack.
Alright, Jonas Fon says it's time to farm up that Blink Dagger.
They just gotta try to slow down the pace of the game more than anything. Because right now, this kind of aggro style where they just keep nonstop running at each other is not going to work in the long term for Empire whatsoever. Like, you just wait for a few items to come out, then you can speed up the pace of the game again, but right now, you just can't keep up. And you don't have to really defend your tier 1s, like, to the death. I don't think that's the play. Jonas Fan, he's about to pick up a 12-minute Vanguard Blink Dagger. Once that happens, you really have to slow down the pace of the game and just kind of, like, 4-man, secure your jungle, look for whatever pickups you can, and try to play from there.
Can they split push at all as Empire? I'm looking at their team and I'm going...
No, not against this early of a Blink Dagger.
So you just have to, like, 5-man into lanes where NiP aren't repeatedly.
Yeah, because if you notice right now, that's kind of what they're doing. Like, they're just standing on one side of the area together. It's just not worth it for them to really get into these engagements at this point.
But if you stay too grouped up, aren't you just naturally going to fall so far behind in net worth that winning team fights becomes too difficult? Don't you have to take a risk?
You kind of do, but that's what YOLO Warrior's doing at bottom. But at the same time, you can't just give up free kills. Like, that's number one rule about Dota. So you can't just give up free kills around the map. Like, one hero dying to create space for 4 at this point in the game is okay. But it's like, if heroes are repeatedly doing it, then all you're really doing is feeding. That's not real. That's not actual space creation. Like, I'm okay with YOLO Warrior dying here, but nobody else should die.
They are being all spotted out by this ward that's about to fade from NiP.
Okay.
Rupture being placed on Seal Kid, sleeps himself up, actually setting up the Light Strike Array, and they actually get the kill, not getting out. The blink over the Fissure, and Jonas Fan managing to grab Silent. That's going to be a chop, and now looking for more. The rest of Empire quick to back up, though. They know they couldn't save that Bloodseeker.
It always looks good in the start.
Yeah. I thought with that Fissure block, I was like, man, are they actually going to get a kill and get out? Like, even if it is a level 4 Bane, you know, it's something.
You take what you can get.
By the way, we have a level 4 Bane.
Hasn't had a lot to do this game.
NiP have been winning so hard, and yet, Bane life.
It's just what you have to do, honestly.
It's like the opposite of Thug life.
Yeah. You're just Bane, you're casual, you chill, you're not going to get a lot of levels, that's okay. Because you're just stacking for everybody.
If you ever get a 5-second Fiend script, that's the highlight of your game.
He's going to be so happy with like 2 D wards in a row. I would make a highlight clip.
Would you give commentary to it?
I really would. I mean, Seal Kid's doing fine. Like, he's stacking. He's only died once, and honestly, that was a bait. Like, he knows the ward's there.
Oh, yeah.
And more importantly, he knows that he's probably going to die. Like, he's optimistic. He's like, there's a 20% chance I'll live here, but they'll probably all come out, and if we get 1 or 2 heroes, I'm only a level 4 Bane. And even the enemy team is higher level than I am, so this is perfectly fine. Like, they traded a level 4 Bane for a level 8 Bloodseeker. Yeah, you'll take that trade every time.
That sounds pretty next level, actually.
That's what space creation death is. It's like when you really know that you're going to die, or there's a high chance of it, but you're willing to do it because your team's going to get a lot out of it.
I just like the idea of a support keeping themselves low level, and he's like, don't worry guys, I'm going to be the bait later. That way, even when they do get my kill, it's not worth anything.
Yeah, at some point it stops being advantageous. And
Jonas Fan? He's dead. With the Soul Catcher and that much magic damage, he does go down. Echo Slam actually being placed in the relocate, but it's still not enough damage even with the SF.
Everyone's going down.
Still so healthy. Silent's going to be run down. Looks like our SF's going to be dying to limp. Silent just barely getting away with 30 HP.
No, he died to a nude.
What?
He died to a neutral creep.
Oh, our SF?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Value. That's not even terrible for... Like, if you're Empire in this fight...
3 for 1, in a way?
Yeah, but look at the gold change. I mean, it's pretty...
They gained a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And your Bloodseeker lived. I don't know how. I actually thought the flak shot was going to catch him in the rear.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I was trying to follow that Bloodseeker madly around the map.
No, he was okay. He just barely gets away. That's insane, actually, how low.
Just think if that relocate had come in, 2 seconds sooner.
Yeah, Jonas Fan could have conceivably survived there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because his team did a really good job of sweeping up, and that's always going to happen. If you commit that hard to kill Jonas Fan, and that was a hard commitment, then you're probably just all going to die right after.
Not a whole lot of vision left on the map for Empire, especially with this ward going down in 25 seconds.
They're just farming up stacks. NiP just getting further ahead, doing everything they can to get further ahead. Look at the net worth of Arrow right now. He's got 9k. This is pretty close to what we saw of the Phantom Lancer in that second game played by Vega.
Yeah.
To give our viewers some perspective. He's like 1,000 gold behind.
Sampan, who saw this ancient stack earlier,
This is so risky.
is still going to farm it up. Well, he killed the ward that was there earlier, so...
Yeah, everybody's in the area, though, and it might not even matter. This is such a huge... it's just every little thing. Like, losing a stack here and there, it starts to add up.
Limp? Is he going yours?
Oh, they're going bottom, relocate.
They've caught Silent. They managed to get the call out. The Fisher doesn't stop any of this. Silent just returning some damage with Blade Mail, but it's nowhere near enough to get a return kill.
Hanskin, be careful. He's just running around. That'd be funny if the relocate just insta-kills him. The Bloodseeker.
I think technically, if you relocate...
Oh, the 3 echo!
Oh my god! Jonas the Fun just finds the initiation! One chop, Aloha Dance, the second chop, there goes the Shadow Demon! And now General Sleep, they're gonna stop him as well! The triple chop, it's gonna be a dream! Ultimate, oh, he just stops that one too. Jonas the Fun, oh, he doesn't have the mana, boo! Where's the Wisp mana?
In the end, it doesn't even matter, Cap, as they just get so many heroes there. They don't even have Limp. That was perfect play. Him being able to get that triple call off, that was so huge to them, and that's gonna tell Empire, like, do they have a ward there? We're just dewarded. We should be cool. And Jonas and Fan just continues to split up the map, doing a really good job. I mean, he's one of the few players, like him and Yoku, that were still playing Axe, even when
Yeah.
the hero just kind of looked bad. Like, we saw it at MLG, we're seeing it here again. The guy just plays the hero really well.
Aaron now has a BKB.
He's doing okay for himself.
And he's unstoppable. Our Wisp has now officially gone over the SF in net worth.
Yeah, when you're at this phase of the game, when it's like the top 4 heroes, there's really little that you can do. But we should still try to analyze what Empire can do. Because they still have... I firmly believe there's always like some fighting chance that you could have, you know, where the SF gets a crazy ult off. The Axe blinks in half a second too late. I've seen weirder things happen in Dota.
I'm pretty sure there's a stat out there where there's like 1% of all games with a, over 15,000 gold lead by 20 minutes are recovered, but there is still that 1%.
Yeah, exactly. And Empire, they've got heroes that can farm up. You've got good high ground defense with SF and Earthshaker. If Earthshaker's going to get a Blink Dagger first too, and that'll be really what ends the game for you, is like, you don't get a big echo if the game ends.
Blood Rage on YOLO Warrior with the Blink Dagger.
He doesn't have Blink though. I really think they should wait for Blink.
I think so too, but...
that could have been the turnaround play that we were looking for.
Maybe they can still...
How do they even initiate here? Like, they really should have waited for the Blink, I think.
Fissure and Rupture, I guess?
Alright.
It's just going to be mass TPs, relocate immediately. There's no way they blow up a hero fast enough and get out before they get punished by relocate.
Exactly, and that's why I think you have to get the Blink Dagger before you go for that smoke. And that's a really good point, though. Like, YOLO Warrior with Blood Rage? Yeah, they could do that.
I think they need to max out the Blood Rage a little bit more. I'm not sure if the extra second in silence and the extra damage of Blood Rage is going to be worth it.
The 30% increased Echo Slam. It's like a level 3 Echo, right? It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, Echo really doesn't... Unless you're getting a really, really big Echo Slam, the leveling on it doesn't do that much.
Okay, so we've got an Earthshaker that has his Blink Dagger now, so this is the fight. Otherwise, you just get off farmed on the map.
Yeah. Alright, so the tier 2 tower, they're going to wait till Ninjas the Pyjamas push uphill, or maybe go for the mid tier 2. There's no way NiP push uphill without Aegis. At least, I would assume so anyway. But maybe a tier 2. Maybe they think they're strong enough to take a tier 2 without the Aegis. And that's where YOLO Warrior is going to strike. They also have the Blood Rage Laguna Blade, which is something. Alright, YOLO Warrior, it's all on you. Eula Scepter, trying to bait out General a little bit, perhaps.
Right, here we go. They've got the Blood Rage on him.
Yeah.
Silent, you gotta turn. You gotta give it to YOLO Warrior.
You gotta keep giving it to him. Rupture on Era caused a little bit of damage, but it's immediately gonna be healed up by the Wisp.
Right, they're playing patient. This is what Empire have to do. They still don't know about the Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker, so maybe they're just waiting for Jonas to get over aggressive on General, who should be able to survive most burst damage attempts. He's got so much HP in a mech.
Moving forward, but NiP are still playing this very carefully. They're just focusing on objectives, not going for the kill. And that's it. Empire. They waited and waited for NiP to make a mistake, and that did not happen. And now NiP are just going to back up, probably go for Roshan. So that's going to be your next opening, I suppose, for Empire, is when NiP go for the Roshan, if they can smoke up and jump at the right time.
You wait for Silent to come back, and then try to get pretty aggressive here. They have to know the Roche attempt's coming. I don't actually think they have a smoke on them right now. Is anybody?
They've got a smoke and base in 2 seconds.
Okay, so they're probably waiting for that. They have to know about the Roche attempt, though, and they do.
Yeah.
Alina instantly buys it.
Okay, but this is perfect timing. Maybe. NiP are going to be beginning to focus on Roche.
They are definitely smoking under a ward.
They are? Where?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, they NiP knows.
Yeah.
100%. They're pinging it out. Maybe they even set up. Yeah, Jonas is just going to run back and wait things out.
Yeah, wait for the initiation or counter initiation. They stop going for Roshan. Set up the ward.
Here's
Jonas
the
and Fawn. Waiting it. General, a couple more smokes pop. He starts moving forward. Actually jumps in, managed to grab YOLO Warrior. That's exactly what he needed to get. Sonic Wave, he goes down. Misses the chop, but Silent, I'm sure, is still going to end up falling. Era, meanwhile, battling up against General, will easily win that man fight. Even with the Rupture, he doesn't care. Wisp is just the final blow. Manages to get a right-click kill on the Bloodseeker, establishing his dominance once for all in this game number 1 over the Bloodseeker.
Just a dominant performance overall by NiP. No real mistakes made. Even that Roche attempt, where they spotted the smoke, they're like, we can wait this out. Instead, we should take the fight first, because we know we're stronger. And they do just that, and, I mean, that's a pretty impressive victory.
All right. NiP, very dominant game number 1, but we've seen the story before. Game number 2 may hold a very, very different narrative for us. We'll be back after a short break.